morning, welcome back. Well, summertime is officially here and the holiday week is right upon us as well. So many of us may be packing for a picnic or heading to the beach. Well, joining us this morning from Gundersen Health Systems with some healthy eating tips and also some summer food safety tips is registered dietitian Marissa Pruitt. So thanks so much for getting up with us.
Thanks. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning. So first of all, oftentimes when people are packing for their picnic, we sometimes resort to the foods that are not always the healthiest. So what are some ones that we should pack in the basket this year to be more healthy?
Well, I feel like a broken record when I say this, but variety is key. So anytime we can get plenty of fruits, vegetables, meats, whole grains, we're going to be set.
And one thing that oftentimes people need to keep in mind is if they are bringing things along that need to be refrigerated or cooled, how long should they be sitting out?
That's a really good question. Typically, our hot foods should stay hot and our cold foods should stay cold. And when we're camping or grilling or eating outside, that's often very difficult to do. So we usually say 2 hours is about the maximum time that your food should sit out without being refrigerated.
Okay, so about 2 hours. A little tip that we do is we bring a sled even from the winter and fill that with ice and then put all the cool stuff in there. It helps it a little bit. But so then let's talk a little bit about grilling, because oftentimes that's a concern when you're mixing meats. People have different things that they want for their meal. So what should they be concerned with that?
Well, the first step for healthy grilling is to clean everything. Hot soapy water, clean that grill, clean all of your utensils, anything that your food is going to touch. And then once raw food touches something, we don't want cooked food getting back on where the raw food sat. So, if you're using any platters or utensils or things like that, making sure that you wash them in between. And then, just making sure that we have a meat thermometer. That's going to prevent you from overcooking your meats, but also making sure that they're cooked to proper temperature so that nobody gets sick on a fun day.
Yes, that's all good tips. And so what are some other things that you maybe recommend for packing that would be healthy foods?
Well, first let me tell you a little bit about the cooler thing. It's important to keep our coolers full. Our coolers cool to their maximum capacity when they're full. So if you have room left in your cooler, pack it with ice. Keep those foods nice and cold. Keep the cooler in the shade or at least under a blanket so that it can stay cold, or at least we can help it stay cold.
Okay.
And then in terms of
very good tips to keep in mind.
Anything that you like.
Okay.
Whoops, sorry about that.
No, keep going.
I just said any healthy foods that you enjoy, again, the variety, moderation, color, all of those things.
All right. Well, thank you, lady. I hope you have a great 4th of July, and we'll all have to take into consideration the tips.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. And Alex is in next with another forecast update.